What if the same life story could be seen as inspiring, unfair, and misunderstood all at the same time? That's exactly what happens with this autism memoir. The poster explores autism through the memoir Born Lucky, A Dedicated Father, A Grateful Son, and My Journey with Autism by Leland Vittert. The book tells the story of the author growing up with traits with what we would now recognize as autism, how he navigated school, social challenges, and eventually became a well-known news anchor, war correspondent, and journalist. It also details the incredible adoration he holds for his dad, which he calls his soul best friend. I'm not going to admit this to the wider community, but I struggled with this book at first. I even paused and I looked for another book to read. I just couldn't align myself with it at first. But it wasn't until the afternote that was written by his dad that I had a change of heart. What I found after reading the book a second time is that I could interpret this book through alternate lenses. And I'm sure a lot of people would interpret the story in different ways. And that's what my poster's all about. At the center is the same story, but around it are 4 different ways of understanding not only autism, but this book. So the first circle is resilience. Some readers see this as a story of perseverance. Despite the traumatic bullying and social challenges, the author develops independence, he sets goals, and he succeeds in a demanding career. His dad's words in the afternote are the ones that turn my outlook around. He said, quote, "I don't know why he puts me on a pedestal. I didn't even want to write this book. I did what any parent would. I kept pushing my child forward." The dad's mantras throughout the book and the author's celebration as each mini goal was achieved raises the idea that autistic individuals can thrive through determination and high expectations. The second circle, support. Other readers might focus on whether enough support was provided. They might question whether more structured help, like an official diagnosis, accommodations, safer school environments, might have reduced some of his hardships. Or was the alternative path that his father took, like selling his multi-million-dollar company and waiting for his son on the driveway at 4 o'clock every day, or putting him back together in those times that he met him, or giving him flying lessons and he was able to circumnavigate the world. So this perspective asks, what kind of support actually helps autistic individuals succeed? The third circle, neurodiversity. From this perspective, autism isn't just a challenge. It's a different way of thinking. The memoir shows traits like a strong focus, literal thinking, commitment to truth and structure, all of these which made him the success that he is as a journalist. It also looked into the neurocognitive disparity that some people with autism have. That profile of being exceptionally abled paired with being what people would consider cognitively impaired. His parents didn't share his neurodiversity. He learned it as part of his own self-discovery. So this aligns with the idea that autistic individuals bring valuable and different ways of processing the world. The fourth, and the most pronounced, is society and systems. Finally, some interpretations shift the focus away from the individual and towards the environment. The bullying, the misunderstandings, the school experiences all raise questions about how institutions respond to differences and whether the systems are even designed for a diverse amount of learners or just one type of learner. His dad's perspective was that the world wouldn't change and he needed to want to be part of it. So instead of asking what's wrong with the individual, this perspective asks what barriers exist in society. So in closing, what this memoir shows is that there isn't just one single autism story. Autism awareness isn't just about understanding characteristics. It's about recognizing different experiences, different needs, and different ways of interpreting the same life. So the key question I leave you with is, when someone experiences difficulty, should the individual adapt to the world, or should the world adapt to them? Thank you.